Friends, gather around, let's talk about beer, that frosty, golden nectar that has been a part of human culture for thousands of years. From ancient civilizations to modern backyard barbecues, beer has always brought people together. Some call it a beverage, others a lifestyle. It's more than just a drink, it's a social experience, a tradition, and for some, a passion. But what if I told you beer is practically a health drink? Okay, maybe not practically, but it does have some surprising benefits. Our ancestors swore by it. They believed beer had magical properties and could even cure ailments. Ancient civilizations considered beer a gift from the gods, a magical elixir that was essential to their daily lives. They even used it in religious ceremonies, believing it connected them to the divine. Now, I'm not saying we should start worshipping beer, but maybe a little reverence wouldn't hurt. Think about it. Beer has a way of making moments special. Whether it's a celebration or a quiet evening, it adds a touch of joy. Beer is made from natural ingredients. Grains, hops, yeast, water. It's basically a salad. A liquid salad that has been perfected over centuries. A delicious, bubbly salad that makes you feel fantastic. Science. So next time you raise a glass, remember you're part of a long storied tradition. Cheers! Meet Gary. Gary was just like any other guy you might know. Gary was your average Joe. He spent most of his time lounging around, not really doing much. He lived on his couch, subsisted on pizza, and spent his days watching reality TV. His life was a cycle of monotony. Then one fateful day, Gary discovered beer. It was like a light bulb went off in his head.
He started with one, then another. Suddenly, Gary felt different, alive. It was as if he had found a new zest for life. He had energy, confidence, and an unquenchable thirst for, well, more beer. But it wasn't just about the beer.
But something else happened. Gary began to see the world differently. Gary got up off that couch. He felt a newfound motivation. He went for a run. It was the first time in years he had felt the urge to exercise. He started eating vegetables, with his pizza, of course. His diet began to change, little by little. He even struck up a conversation with the barista at his local coffee shop. Social interactions became easier. Beer transformed Gary from a couch potato into a man of action. He felt like a new person. Now, I'm not saying beer is a miracle cure, it's not a magic potion, but it certainly gave Gary the push he needed. Sometimes a small change can lead to big transformations. And let's be honest, we could all use a little push sometimes. So here's to finding your own spark, whatever it may be. They say love is blind, but maybe all you need is the right prescription. Beer goggles! Imagine this. A sunny afternoon, the clinking of glasses, and the laughter of friends. It's in these moments that magic happens. Now, I'm not talking about the kind that make everyone look like a supermodel, though that's a bonus. I'm talking about the kind that make you feel like you're on top of the world, where every conversation feels like a new adventure. I'm talking about the kind that open your heart and make you see the good in everyone. It's like the barriers come down and suddenly you're surrounded by potential friends and maybe even something more.
Suddenly, that chatty stranger at the bar becomes the most fascinating person you've ever met. You find yourself drawn into their stories, their laughter, and their world. That awkward silence, gone. Replaced by laughter, shared stories, and a deep, meaningful connection. It's like the beer has a way of breaking down walls and building bridges.
And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, that beer-fueled connection will blossom into something real. A friendship, a romance, or even a lifelong partnership.
After all, some of the greatest love stories started over a shared pint. It's in these simple, joyful moments that true connections are made. Romeo and Juliet? They were probably drinking buddies. Imagine them sharing a laugh over a pint, their love story unfolding with each sip. Cleopatra and Mark Antony definitely shared a pitcher or two. It's these shared moments that create bonds, memories, and maybe even love. Hold your horses, Hemingway. Moderation is key, kind of. Now, before you run out and buy a brewery's worth of beer, let's talk moderation. Because like all good things, too much beer can be, well, too much.
Think of it like this. You wouldn't eat an entire cake in one sitting, would you? Unless it's your birthday. Or a Tuesday. Okay, bad example.
The point is, enjoy your beer responsibly. Pace yourself. Hydrate. Eat some food. You know, the usual stuff. You want to be the life of the party, not the guy who falls asleep in the dip. Cheers to beer, the ultimate wingman and health drink. Not really. So there you have it, folks. Beer, the elixir of life, the ultimate wingman, the key to happiness, or at least a fun night out.
Remember, it's all about balance. Drink responsibly, enjoy the ride, and always, always cheers with friends.
Disclaimer. This essay was written for comedic purposes and should not be taken as medical or dating advice. Please drink responsibly and consult a doctor before making any major life changes based on the ramblings of a late-night talk show host.